Today we've got a very fun and handy way of talking about planning for our future.
That's right. In the past, our expert in estate planning, David Carrier, has used Smurfs, Barbie dolls, and even gingerbread cookies to help simplify what can be a very complicated issue.
I like the cookies a lot.
Yeah.
And today he brought in a toolbox. Not as yummy, but very effective, I'm sure.
Well, we hope so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so toolboxes.
Well, here's the thing. When I grew up, my dad did a lot of carpentry. He was a school teacher, but doing the carpentry and all of that. And my job was to know which tool he needed next.
Oh.
So I come at this honestly. All right?
Okay.
And back in the day when my older kids were in high school, we did mission trips every year. Mm-hmm. And it's it's a 1 week, 10 days. You go off and you don't know what kind of job you're going to have. Maybe it'll be build a wheelchair ramp or fix a roof or whatever. But the thing is, once you're on the job site, you don't get to go back somewhere else. There's no tool crib. You've got to bring your stuff with you. And estate planning is just like that.
Okay.
So it's like, what do you have in your toolbox?
Exactly.
Very important.
Right. What's in your toolbox?
That's right. What you need when you get there is what you got.
That's
so
right.
you better get it before you get there.
Because once you're there, it's too late.
That's right.
You got to get busy. And so lots of people will say, well, I have a power of attorney, or I have a trust, or I have a will, or I have this or that. And the key is, well, these are both toolboxes, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Well, this is my toolbox. And so what do I bring? Well,
I'm guessing you're so prepared you brought a little of everything.
a little, well, whether it's the, sunscreen.
Yes.
What do you have that in the toolbox for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the drill, sure. Mm-hmm. Everything's got to be square.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And if it's going to be square.
We even have insect repellent.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing on those mission trips, you got the kids, they're not playing on their head.
Hey, you could be going to Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. You know where you're going.
West Virginia, Northern Ohio.
The state bird in a lot of those states is the mosquito, I'm telling you.
Rope, I don't know what you need rope for, but we always need it. I mean, and I have a big roll of the stuff. I would just take like 20 feet at a time. And if one pair of tin snips is good, well, 2 pair of tin snips must be really good.
Right.
How does all this relate to estate planning, though? I mean, and being prepared and...
Well, because every tool in the toolbox has a function, right? And some people like to think, well, look, I'm just going to do this one job. I'm just going to do that. And what I say is, you don't know what you're going to be doing. You don't know. Are we going to be setting posts today? Well, if we're going to be setting posts, well, then you need one of these jobs to stick on the post so it's nice and straight and squared up.
But that's not going to keep the bugs away.
That's right. Well, you need that too.
Right.
Maybe. Or maybe today's raining and we don't need the sunscreen.
Right.
But if you don't have it now, if you don't plan ahead, you're not going to have it later. And the problem is, the problem with the whole estate planning thing is, you kind of get this, right? I mean, here's the stuff. If I've got if I need a screwdriver and I don't have one, I'm in trouble. But lots of times, as I say, people will get, I've got an estate plan. I got a toolbox. I got a trust. I got a will. I got the powers of attorney. It's a durable power of attorney. It's a durable power of attorney. I got a really great toolbox.
Right here.
But what's in your toolbox?
Okay, let's see what's in this one.
Oh, you have a drill?
See, we both have drills.
Uh-oh, I'm coming up short here.
They're not going to do the same job.
Which one do you want, right?
Yeah.
We
Small
both got
tools, maybe a little ill-prepared.
A little trowel.
We both got hammers.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Well, do you need the framing hammer? Do you need the tack hammer? Or do you need the... Again, thank you, Colin, for the use of your stuff. I mean, which one do you need?
So the message is you really have to be conscious of what is inside and really working with someone to make sure you don't know what's going to happen when to have everything covered.
You don't, lots of times when we're going through this stuff, folks will say, well, that'll never happen, or this'll never. In fact, you talk to advisors who say, well, this'll never happen, that'll never happen. Well, what do you mean never happen? We've got over 8,000 clients, okay? Something happens to everybody.
Sure, it does.
Yeah, very unexpectedly.
If I screw up 10% of the time, that's 800 families that we've, so we just can't assume.
Well, so we have, you have offered a great opportunity for people to get started. Having these difficult conversations, having these important conversations, and the estate planning workshops are great because you get a chance to start your life plan free of charge.
Right, and we start talking about, at the life plan workshop, we start talking about what are the tools that need to go in your toolbox. You'd be surprised sometimes that, do you really need rope in a toolbox?
Right.
Sometimes.
Right,
Just
that's right.
may.
Yeah, I might.
And at least it's getting those definitions, getting the plan, at least having that conversation, it's a great starting point.
Exactly right.
Fantastic.
All right,
We're happy to
lots of
have
opportunities
you as
coming up.
our expert, and we can have all that information on our website as
And
well.
we'll see you at a Life Plan workshop.
Absolutely.
Thank you, David. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
You bet.
We'll be right back.